Peterbot and Cold just won their first ever tournament together by almost 150 points. And we also got the news from Peterbot himself that him and Cold are going to be dropping Pollo. We have a lot to talk about in today's video. Real quick before we get into it though, please subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. We are literally like 300 subs away from 68,000 subscribers. So if you want to help me reach that goal, please just subscribe and turn on notifications. Use code KDOG in the Fortnite item shop if you guys want to support me even more. Follow me on my Twitter to get the news for Fortnite competitive as soon as it happens. Without further ado though, let's get straight into today's video. I know a lot of you guys probably have a lot of questions right now, and I'm going to try to answer them throughout the video, but we did still have a whole cash cup on NA that we have to recap. So let's start off with the obvious winners of this tournament and their first ever tournament being played together. Peterbot and Cold get 399 points in 6 games. They honestly should have won 4 out of these 6 games. They sold the very last game. This duo is literally not fair. They had an average elims of 8.5, an average placement of 5.6. If you look at their match history, it was a 9 elimination second, 12 elimination win, 13 elimination win, 4 elimination 22nd, 10 elimination win, and then a 3 elimination 7th. I mean, this duo literally just looked unstoppable out there. If they were under surge, they would just go box fight a team, instantly wipe them like it was no problem. This is probably the most skilled duo of all time. In second place was Crisp and Diminished on 258 points. Third place was Chubb and Chimp on 241. Fourth place was actually Acorn and Iamzo on 234. The rumor now is that Acorn and Iamzo are actually going to be picking up Pollo for trios now, and I am honestly really excited to see that team, and I hope it is going to be a real team. Sixth place is Vert, 7th was Victor V and Paper, 8 was Re and Kanata, 9th was Epicwell and Bolts, and then rounding out the top 10 was Curve and Chance. We did still have a lot of other big name teams though, and a player that might specifically be the player joining Peterbot and Cold for trios in 13th place of Booga and Aviv. Now I'm not going to say too much yet, but it is looking like the current rumor is that Peterbot and Cold are picking up Booga. This is going to be the trio for 2025. We didn't really have that many other big names in the Cash Cup finals though, so let me get on to the actual drama that I know all you guys want to hear about. All right, I'm gonna show you guys the clip of Peterbot talking about it, but I can't show the whole thing because he's just blasting copyrighted music in the background, but I'm gonna try to give you guys a little bit of it at least.
Me and Pollo are split up for trios, chat. And me and Cold are like just gonna play with a tarper. That's basically what we're doing, chat. And I'm not trolling either. I can't tarp in trios because I'm just limiting myself in like my ability, you know what I'm saying, chat?
And then after that, he ended up saying that the first person that him and Cold are going to be trying out with is Booga. Now I see a lot of people like kind of hating on Peterbot for this, saying like how could he drop Pollo after having no doubt the greatest duo run of all time with him. And to a certain extent, I do kind of agree with that, but at the same time, I see what Peterbot is saying as well. Trios is a completely different game mode than what duos is, and Peterbot cannot be limiting himself to just tarping while Pollo and Cold would be fragging. We have seen this for like the last year now. Peterbot is by far probably the greatest fighter of all time, and if his role in trios was simply just tarp ahead and then have his teammates drop mats for him, he would no doubt be limiting his full potential in trios. You have to think about it how it was kind of like when Reverse 2K played with Day and Miro. Obviously Booga is a lot better than that. I'm not saying that Booga's Reverse 2K or anything. Shout out to Reverse 2K though, he was extremely underrated, but Reverse 2K was just a pure tarper. He would just tarp and get ahead so that Day and Miro could get all of the kills backside and just look for kills together. And I'm guessing that is exactly what is going to be happening in the trio of Booga, Peterbot, and Cold. Booga is just going to tarp ahead, and then he's just going to let Peterbot and Cold do what they do best, and that is frag. You guys have to remember that Peterbot has been playing as the main IGL role for over a year now, so I don't even want to imagine how good he is going to be when he can be specifically just a fragger. I have no doubt that he's still going to make a lot of the end game calls as well, but they definitely do just want Booga on the team so that they can have someone tarp for them while they can focus on getting kills. I'm honestly really curious to hear your guys' thoughts on this in the comment section down below. Do you guys think this is a smart move for Peterbot and Cold to drop Pollo, or do you think they should have at least tried a couple tournaments with him before they just fully drop him for somebody else? There is definitely very valid arguments for both of them, and I'm honestly just really curious to hear what you guys actually have to say. The trios drama is already here, and trios is still 4 months away. We do still have a whole nother region to cover though, so let's move on to EU now. Now, EU actually came down to the very last game, and there was a bunch of different things that were going on in this tournament. But in first place, we ended up seeing Queasy and Pixie taking home the win, getting 293 points in 6 games, winning one of them, having an average elims of 5 and an average placement of 9. If we look at their match history, they got a 1 elimination 10th, 4 elimination 10th, 5 elimination 4th, 2 elimination 27th, 8 elimination 2nd, and then a 10 elimination win in the very last game to end up winning the whole tournament. Queasy is low-key on a super underrated run right now, proving to the world why he is one of the best IGLs ever. After getting second in globals with Thomas HD and now winning the Catch Cup with Pixie, shout out to Queasy for real, man. Second place was Comeback on 275 points. Third place was iDrop and Truelex on 258. Fourth place was Sky and Scroll on 257. And then fifth place was actually Vico and Flixie on 251, winning one of these 6 games. If we look at their match history, it's a 4 elimination 33rd, 10 elimination 2nd, 7 elimination win, 2 elimination 21st, 4 elimination 32nd, and then a 7 elimination 3rd in their very last game. 6th place was Panzer, 7th was Huddy, and then 8th place was actually Veno and Cammy on 188 points in 6 games. If we look at their match history, it's a 4 elimination 2nd, 3 elimination 9th, 2 elimination 23rd, 0 elimination 22nd, and then a 5 elimination 2nd. Veno honestly did look really good in this tournament today. I thought they would place a little bit higher than a top 8. Not a bad performance for them overall though. 9th place was Marius, and then rounding out the top 10 was Tayson and Vanya on 178 points. We did have some other big name teams though. Obviously teams like Margle and Mr. Savage finished in 20th place on 114 points in 6 games. This was honestly kind of just a rough tournament all around for them. Besides 2 of the solo clutches that Mr. Savage had, I just have to be honest here, Mr. Savage really did carry a lot of their points today. They were like quad contested at RAF, so it is kind of hard for them to do good either way. But Mr. Savage basically got them all of their points. If we look at their match history, it is a 1 elimination 39th, 4 elimination 11th, 0 elimination 42nd, 4 elimination 6th, 0 elimination 45th, and then a 4 elimination 17th in the very last game. We also saw Seti and Malibuca finish in 23rd place. Last week's Cash Cup winners of Chicho and Teeny finished in 36th place, so I'm not sure exactly what went wrong for them today. Swizzy and Mustache finished in 39th, and that was basically all of the big name teams in today's EU Duo Cash Cup finals. One last thing I want to go over is the final stats for the Duo Cash Cup finals on EU. If you look at the damage leader, it was Pixie, elims was Vico, damage ratio was a 1.9 by Veno, builds was Huddy, Matt's farm was Queasy, distance was Queasy, and then storm time was Pablo. Shout out specifically to the big elim fraggers of the day of Vico and Veno. Honestly, wouldn't expect anything else from those two. Other than that though, that is basically all for today's video. If you guys enjoyed the video, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. Remember, we are trying to hit 70k by the end of the month. We are literally like 300 subs away from 68,000. So if you want to help me reach 68k, please subscribe and turn on notifications. Use code KDog in the Fortnite item shop if you guys want to support me even more. YouTube says you'll enjoy one of these 2 videos up on the screen right now, so go check them out if you guys haven't already. Follow me on my Twitter at KDog to keep up to date with everything to do with Fortnite competitive. Thank God for another day. I'm gonna catch you guys next time. Peace out.